Alrighty YouTube, another one of Kip's clips. So, listen to a wee bit of BBC Radio 5 Live. It was this morning or last night. And I thought I was dreaming. I thought I might have dreamed it when I heard this story. I was half sleeping, so I can't remember how precisely they done it. Having a quick chat with Kev there before the show. And he reminded, I can't remember what we're talking about, but he reminded me about people building walls round things. I mean, walls are so good. Great Wall of China, the Berlin Wall, all the walls in Jerusalem. What's wrong with walls? And then I done a quick check, and it wasn't a dream, it was real. The Jewish community in Manchester have felt compelled to build a wall round Manchester. A very fucking big wall. Not height-wise, very long wall. Right, now let's just have a look at this. See how unbiased the BBC are here. Just reporting. All around Manchester, but it's not a wall, it's Manchester's air of has changed life for Jews. Right, well, why don't you put in a headline that they've built a wall round fucking Manchester? I mean, let's go straight to the map, hiding right down the bottom here, and look at the size of this fucking monstrosity, man. Check this shit out. That ain't no small potatoes. It's a big motherfucking wall round Greater Manchester. Right, let's see what the article's got to say then. Thousands of observant Jews in Greater Manchester are now carrying out activities on the Sabbath, their holy day, thanks to the establishment of a symbolic border, not a wall, it's called a border, right? Why do you need borders? Why do you keep building fucking walls, borders, whatever, and ervu, whatever you want to call it, everywhere, man. So why is it significant? Adele Ross, his 5-year-old son, has autism and wears a rucksack to cope with sensory problems caused by the conditions. Yeah, we need to build a whole fucking wall round the whole of Manchester. Because a 5-year-old kid, right, let's see how they're going to sell us on this. Autism, well, stop taking the fucking shots. But help. But anyway, but until the new ervu was established, he could not wear it to synagogue on Saturdays because of Jewish law forbids worshippers from carrying anything outside the house on the Sabbath. Well, and I don't like, I never single out any, I think all religions are equally on a par, and the retardation lengths, equally, man. There's very good, a lot of good people that are unfortunately fucking subscribed to these religions. But that is just retarded, man. That's almost as bad as, what is it? Is it the Mormons or something don't refuse blood transfusions or something? Jehovah's Witnesses, is it? Refuse blood transfusions even though it will save their lives. I mean, that to me is retarded. But anyway, just as... Right, so, because this... Oh, sorry. She says she got a strange look from her son's occupational therapist when she told them the good news, but accepts the restriction must sound strange to outsiders. Well, it does, yeah. Observant Jews are to outsiders, in quotes. So we're outsiders. Oh, look at the outsiders! Oh, are you local? Are you an outsider? Oh, these people of Manchester are outsiders. We need to build a big fucking wall to keep the outsiders out, so my son can wear a fucking rucksack. Have they even explained what fucking difference a wall makes anyway? Observant Jews are prohibited from carrying from prohibited from pushing or carrying everyday items between sundown on Fridays and sundown on Saturdays. These include pushchairs, wheelchairs, Zimmer frames, house keys and mobile phones, making living an ordinary modern life very difficult. Subscribe to a different fucking religion then if that's more important to you, fucking motherfucker. Are you religious or not? Nah, I'm religious, but I'll just take this bit and know that part. That's why I don't subscribe to any of the retardation. The introduction of the new fucking Irano. People, fans of the shooting stars in the UK will get that. Irano. I'm going to start calling it that. Which creates its own moderating Sabbath rules, has been life-changing, according to Mrs. Ross. Can you imagine, right? Like the Christians wouldn't even... Christians would get shot down. Wanting to build a big fucking wall like that. The Muslims would get shot down. They would have fucking football team guys out in the street shouting about it. Christians, I don't think there's anybody pushing Christianity anymore. But nah, Jewish people, like, let's see how they go on to justify this, because this is funny as fuck. Where was I? Introducing a video which creates his own life-changing, according to Mrs. Ross. He said it's transforming. Going to a synagogue, this has made a huge difference to so many people in our community. Her husband Jeremy said their eldest son, aged 11, who had attention deficit, ADHD, can now take fidget toys to prevent him behaving improperly at the synagogue. Greater Manchester Irano is the latest of more than 200 to be formed in the world. 200 new fucking walls in the world. Woo, great. Man, they are... Sorry, man, this is religious supremacist. And does it show you a picture of the fucking wall? The Greater Manchester. A perimeter of more than 13 miles. To be accepted, it must strictly satisfy strict laws, including being completely enclosed by existing natural boundaries or by wires from the tops of poles. The first Iranu was set up more than 3,000 years ago, according to Jewish tradition, by King Solomon within the walls of the city of Jerusalem. So they're ain't that lovely? The Jews are bringing a wee bit of Jerusalem to Greater Manchester by building a fucking wall like Jerusalem. Let's fucking start building big fucking black cubes like Mecca. I mean, go and practice your religion. Just stop fucking being so retarded about it. Every religion. Fuck's sake. In contrast to Greater Manchester, Iranu, the largest in the UK, is a 13-mile perimeter constructed of garden walls, part of the Metro link, and in places where there is a gap, wire strung over the top of an 8-foot, 2.5 metre high poles. The first wall opened in North London 11 years ago, and there are currently 4 in the capital, but the Manchester one was actually established 110 years ago. It was founded by that dude, a Russian dude, not far from Manchester Victoria Station, where thousands of Eastern European Jews have arrived fleeing pogroms. Fleeing pogroms? Don't know what that is. The last 4 years, he then departed to New York to take over the celebrated Eldridge Street Synagogue in Manhattan's Lower East Side. Nowadays, nobody kept it going, and it wasn't up. Wasn't until the 1960s and 70s that attempts were made to try it again. University of Jewish Studies. £350,000. Ain't that lovely? Ain't that sweet? Project needed planning permission from 3 different councils, Bury, Manchester and Salford, and a lot of work was needed to survey the area and create a border in line with Jewish law. The city, the site, one example, the Ravel cannot cross any road used by more than 600,000 people. Hence, the Ravel did not cross the M60 north of Prestwick. There has been a lot of goodwill and understanding from churches and other organisations such as Metrolink, and has been an exercise in interfaith relationships, he said. Well, there you go. I'll leave a link for this down below. Everywhere they go, walls go. Everywhere they go, walls seems to follow. Well, I don't know, man. I'm very I tolerate everything but violence, and like, people can. Like, I tolerate. I just think some parts of some religions are very retarded, and this isn't going to win you any favours. Imagine building a wall, but it's not a wall; it's a border. And then you go and read that it has to be an actual fucking boundary. They're not showing you any pictures of it. I'm going to try and find pictures, but anyway, I'll leave a link for this down below. But more walls going up in Greater Manchester. 200 in the UK, no, 200 in the world. Happy days. And it's from your friendly BBC, so it must be true. Thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the radio show tonight, G.U.N.N Glasgow Underground News Network, live from 6 to 8 PM. Leave me all your comments below. Good, bad, ugly and indifferent, they're all welcome. Alrighty YouTube, thanks for listening. Catchies.